This is John Raphael. I'm the Director of Educational Services at the National Alliance for Direct Support Professionals. And what you just have been watching and hearing from Dan, we believe is going to change the landscape for direct support professionals and the people that they support all over the country, all over North America. What's really interesting, we believe, about the eBadge Academy is this is really one of the first pieces of technology, or one of the, well, I guess this is an innovation. Yeah, no, this is an innovation that for the first time, a direct support professional can, of course, with the support of their, provider organization or their employer, but ultimately, independently, they can get credit for the competency that they can kind of show a national organization. And when we look at all the direct support professionals in the United States that have to take, I mean, enormous amounts of regulated training, uh, which is all good stuff, things like CPR and first aid and all those which you know of as the regulated trainings by the state in which you're living in. Those are important uh, pieces of professional development, but not like this. This is really looking at the profession and what we know as the hallmarks and the competencies, the validated competencies of direct support, as recognized by CMS in their core competencies, their cross-sector core competencies. And a DSP can illustrate their proficiency in those areas, and they can get credit for that and indeed receive certification for that in the form of these badges. So that's going to change what we believe is the landscape of the way direct support professionals are seen. Um, and Dan said at the very beginning, our mission statement says it's very clear what we're about is raising the level of recognition of direct support professionals in our country. Um, and this is an avenue for that, because think about it. 5 years from now, say you're an employer, say you're a manager that's needing to get a direct support professional hired, and somebody is sitting before you in a job interview that has their array of NADSP badges, as opposed to somebody who doesn't have any badges at all. Who are you going to look at as the better candidate to be working with the people you support? I think the answer is obvious. So um, that said, we're just hoping that uh, as this progresses throughout the nation, we're going to see a real sea change in the way direct support professionals are seen in terms of their competence, because we know, I think, as well as you listening, that DSPs are very uh, professional. Uh, they're professionals, and they're what they do is not an entry level job. It's never has been, although our society treats it as that. Um, this is going to change that game to show us how indeed professional and competent DSPs are in their practice. So